shelter. Excuse me, spent the night at Jennings Creek, Middle Creek Campground, something like that. It is so hot today, I can't even talk about it. Seems like I've said nothing but complain about the heat. But I'm gonna have some lunch. It's before lunchtime, but I need to stop and take a break. So I'm gonna have lunch and then just walk until I was gonna go to the next shelter, but with the heat I might stop sooner or I might go further, depending on the terrain. The shelters aren't set up for the mileage that I want to do, so I'll either stay at one or stealth camp, whatever. It's nice to be in an area where I can, so I'll keep you posted. Right now I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm lingering a little longer than I planned to at the shelter because I realized I had done some hand washing at the campground last night in the bathroom sink and hung them out to dry, but they weren't dry by the time I left, so I've got my unmentionables hanging up on the hooks. They're almost dry, so I don't know, that or I'm just being lazy. I'm eating my lunch and, well, I'm almost done with it. I'm just waiting for my clothes to dry a little bit more. I might just safety pin them to the back of my backpack and see if they dry a little more before I sleep tonight. So, I don't know. I guess it's a boring conversation, huh? I'm all alone. No southbounders, no northbounders, no day hikers. This isn't an area, I think, where there'll be any day hikers. I was getting closer to Glasgow and Barry Manilow, my dinosaur friend that I get to go see again. That'll be fun. See how things are going over there. One reason that I don't want to get sucked in and end up staying, like zeroing, taking a 0 day, because you can get real comfortable when you go to a hostel, and you've got showers and chairs. Like, that's what I miss the most is chairs. Which is why I'm just sitting on the step, because it's comfortable. But anyway, I don't want to get sucked in and lose time because I want to get home to my family, so I just want to get there. So I get to Waynesboro, so that's my ultimate destination. Bryant Shelter, it's a really nice one actually. But I finished my lunch, my clothes are all dried, and I go back to the woods. This has got to be one of the hottest days that I've hiked so far. And pretty much everything from Jennings Creek, from that campground, has been uphill, and it is really, really hot. I'm questioning my sanity and wondering if I shouldn't look for a stealth spot just to quit for the day. But right now, I'm on a hill, mountain, I don't know where. To my left, it's down, and to my right, it's up. So there is nowhere to stealth right now. We'll see. Slow, very slow. The other consideration about stealthing is usually when I'm going to do that, I'll make sure I top off my water. And it's at night, you know, usually when I stop, it's usually 6-ish, maybe 7. But it's only like 2 in the afternoon right now, and I have enough water to get me to the next shelter, which is my goal, you know, to drink between here and there. And but then if I stealth, I'll run out. I won't have anything for overnight and in the morning until I get to that shelter, probably. Unless I see another water source, that would be good. Bugs. The terrain itself, the trail is not bad. It's not rocky, but I've just been going up all day. Up, up, up. But at least it's pretty smooth. I ran into another group of is it Washington Lee? Is that a place? A university or college? And this is orientation week, apparently. I met a group back in, where was I? I don't know, shortly after Tinker Cliffs, and tented with them. A young man named Harrison, and he was telling me about the group. And so it was their orientation. He's a junior, so the juniors and seniors are in charge of the incoming freshmen. Anyway, I just passed another group from the same school. They're here all week, and they're heading southbound. And every time I use my phone, I put my other trekking pole in my other hand, and every time I drop it. I'm trying to bend down. This backpack is not an easy thing. Oh. Anyhow, trying to distract myself from this climb. I wish I was almost there, but I'm not. I had a thought just now. I must be getting close to my 600-mile milestone. I'll have to calculate it. I think it's today. I don't want to miss it, but I don't think I have the energy to sit and pull out the guidebook and add up the miles right now. So I'll do it when I get to wherever I'm staying for the night. And hopefully, what's the chance I would stop exactly at my 600-mile mark and I can celebrate? Yeah, right. I don't know. I had about a half a mile reprise from the uphill, and I was enjoying it, but now I'm going uphill again. So there's a rock, a log here, and I think it has my name on it. Just sit down and take a well-deserved break. Electrolytes. This isn't the coconut water, this is just the empty bottle from it with grape flavored electrolytes. It's actually good. Needed. Okay, I'm just shy of 2 miles from the shelter. There's a spring here, and I might just set up my tent right here. What I'm going to do first is just go down to the spring and fill up all empty water bottles, my filter, my 1 liter, and then that little extra empty coconut water thing that I've already drank all of. Sit for 10-15 minutes, and then see. There's a couple reasons I hesitate to go. I think it's 1.8 miles to the shelter, Cornelius or something, shelter. One is, what is one? One, I'm exhausted and hot, and I kind of want to stop for the night. But 2, I believe, when I passed that group of college students, they said, oh, you're going to see a group of northbound orientation students, and they're looking to stay at Cornelia Shelter tonight. So tell them I said hello, and this one and that one. And there were, there had to be at least a dozen kids. So if I get to the Cornelia Shelter and there's a dozen people, I'll be tenting anyway. And I'm here, and there's a spring, so I can fill up for tonight, fill up first thing in the morning, and head out. So, I don't know. Let me get water and see what I'm going to do. Very steep, 0.1 down to my water source. That's it. And you can see by there's a leaf in the puddle. That's it. It's a puddle. Oh my God. Not even a trickle. So, I don't know. I was able to fill almost full for this. It's a questionable source, so I will, when I get back up there, decide if I'm going to stay at the tent site, and if I do, I'm going to both boil while it's filtered. So, and I really just needed this 1 liter because I've got more water up there. So, I'll filter and then boil the water before I make anything with it or drink it, if I stay. Okay, I'm back with the water. This particular flat ground would be great for a tent, but I'm not happy with the trees up there. There's 3 huge trees that have leaves growing, and they look like they're thriving and they're healthy. But there's this dead one here. It's a tiny one, a little wrapped around the other one. but that's completely dead. I don't know if you can see it on this. And it's leaning in one direction. But then, oh gosh, let me flip. Okay, so this here is basically just a stick. So that's dead. But the one to the left of it, all right, it's tall and skinny, but it's leaning toward and over the tent site. And look at that dead branch there. And then it's just dead. So I don't like that. Let's go see what's across the road. Or across the trail, as I should say. Now this is the designated tenting area, so maybe this is a little bit better. The ground is good, fire pit. There's a dead tree that fell. Hopefully there's no body under it. Actually, this looks a lot better. Nothing dead. There's a dead one there. Oh, you can see it. I will assess. I found my spot. It's just off. There's an area for 2 or 3 tents when I first step off the trail, but then behind some more trees there's an area for 2 or 3 more. And above and around that is life. Trees that are green. So I'm gonna get my backpack and head over. So let's see. You see my tent? I spy. So I'm on the trail. And here's the designated area. And this is where I saw dead trees, so I don't want to do that. But I am tucked away. I actually hope somebody sees me and will come visit and spend the night. So I'm going to make some dinner, but I'm going to do that probably across the way so I don't have the scent of food in or very near to my tent. This happens more often than I'd like, where I can't find an appropriate tree to hang my bear bag. They're all so tall. Do you see any branches hanging off of any of these? Look at that. Look how tall they are. The branches are like 50 feet up in the air. And I walk down the path toward the spring and see if anything shows up. Right now I'm boiling for several minutes that water from the puddle, and then I'm going to have Indian vegetable korma, creamy tomato and yogurt braised vegetables. All right, I think that's been boiling enough. So I will show you. All you have to do is pour the water right into this bag. It's kind of, I do want to use 2 hands. And just add it right to the bag. And then seal it and wait 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Well, there you go. My tent's over there. I don't want to cook right near it, and that's all my other crap. If I had company, I'd make a fire, but I don't think I'm going to see another soul. I think actually the only people I've seen today was that group of college kids, and they were heading southbound. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna see anybody. Just me, all alone in the woods. Actually, while I'm waiting for my dinner to cook, I'll show you. I did find a tree for my bear bag. It's not perfect though. It's the best I could do. It took me about 15 minutes to get the dang rope up and over the branch. It's a little too close to the tree itself. It should be further away. Actually, I will probably try to maneuver it further away from the tree trunk, or just try throwing it again, but it took me so long, I'm afraid. And I don't want to leave my food over there too long, because unattended food attracts bears. Okay, where'd it go? I see it. See the bright pink cord? There we go. I want to get a little bit further away from the tree than it is right now. While I'm waiting 20 minutes for my dinner to cook, I looked down and realized I brought a present for myself from the campground. Look, it was a gift. This is only the second time I've packed out anything I packed out wine in the Smoky Mountains. It was one of those boxed wines, you know, I think it's like 3 glasses. So I had 1 glass at a shelter in the Smokies, and then the next night when I opened up my food bag to get it, I realized it had been leaking. So I didn't want to, I never actually brought beer, wine, anything, but this little plastic bottle looks like something I could enjoy this evening so I don't have to carry the weight tomorrow. Just sit here and swat flies for 20 minutes. I should have done this before I set up my tent so that I could be setting up my tent and blowing up my air mattress and all while dinner cooked, but I didn't think of that. I'm a dummy. I have done that in the past, and that's probably what I should have done again, but what else am I going to do? I think I'll sit here and play tiddlywinks. Oh, and tomorrow I'll go through the guillotine. I'll show you what I mean tomorrow. This is something that would have bothered me a couple months ago. I would freak out if I saw spiders and ants all over my stuff so close to my foot. Oh, and there's one on my foot. Ah! But now I'm just gonna swish them away. Look at them. Brat. This is a buggy tenting area. All right. Drum roll. Let's see if this is any good. I've never had this kind before. I've had a lot of these backpacking meals. Oh, it smells delicious. Make sure it's stirred up well. Ah, just splashed it on my toe. As you can see, got chickpeas and all sorts of stuff. Let's see. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Now I'm missing my favorite Indian restaurant in my hometown of Salem, Massachusetts. Ooh. It's hot. Give it a second. Oh my God. Absolutely divine. Good to Go is the name of the brand. I wonder if I can order this offline. What I like about this, and the reason I chose it, it's a single serving package. Most of the foods that the dehydrated, backpacking meals, Mountain House or whatever, they're all 2 servings or 2.5 servings. I only need 1 serving. I end up wasting or having to divvy it up into different bags and stuff like that. These are good. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner. I have a little, it's not a problem, but a confession to make. I'm about halfway done with my dinner, but while I was waiting for dinner to cook and halfway through the dinner, I pretty much guzzled this 1 little glass of wine. I have a little bit left. I just hit my head, so I'm a little bit tipsy, but I'm all alone. Nobody to be with. That's no fun. Hopefully it will help me sleep tonight, or at least fall asleep. I just really haven't been sleeping at all. It's been crazy. I've tried melatonin, then I tried 2 melatonin. The next town I get into, I doubt that Glasgow will have anything. At the Dollar General, maybe they sell melatonin, probably. I'm gonna check the milligrams and maybe increase the dose or something if I'm not back to sleeping. I generally, a couple times a year, maybe 3 times a year, I have episodes of insomnia where it lasts maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 days, where I fall asleep generally okay, but then I wake up at about 2, 3, and that's it for the day. But that doesn't work well with hiking. I don't even know what I was saying. This wine has gotten to my head. I've lost track. What was I saying? Sleep, lack of sleep. Oh, I guess just today, between the lack of the sleep, as another daddy long legs. I'm sorry. Oh, I just killed him, and I feel bad. And now there's a big old bee. I do feel bad. I should have just swished him away, but I crushed him, and I do feel bad, actually. It wasn't his fault. I actually have guilt. I try not to kill things. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, the reason the wine might be hitting me is because of the lack of sleep, the heat today, I'm going to check the temperature. I believe one of the college students said it was 92. So, and then in the sun and climbing mountains and then having a glass of wine. Half of it before I ate. Maybe it will help me sleep. I'm a lightweight. My husband says I'm what does he call me? A beer and a bottle cap, and I'm good to go. I'm back. It's pretty sad. Well, I'm lonely. Please keep me company. I just looked at the clock. It's only 10 minutes after 6. But right before I looked at the clock, I was thinking, oh, once I finish this, I'm going to hang my bear bag and go to bed. And I just realized it's only 10 after 6. What have I become? Where's my tent? I love my tent. Where did it go? I don't know. Really, I've become so attached to that tent. Dinner is done. The wine is gone. I won't lie. There's another bottle of wine for tomorrow night. I won't drink both in one night. That would be a nightmare. I'd be drunk. I really would. Anyway, I'm going with my food bag over to the bear bag line. And I'm going to hoist it up into the tree. Where did I put it? I gotta find it. There's my bear bag hanging in the tree. Hopefully a bear won't get it, because I'll be hungry. Back to the tent site. That time. You know what? I can't wait to get back home so I can get my tooth fixed by my real dentist. I hate having this. I'm not very vain, am I? Oh my God. I want to get it fixed. One of my favorite parts of night is zipping up my tent and settling in. Knowing that I'm not walking anymore, I don't have to cook, I don't have to hang a bear bag, I don't have to clean up, I already brushed my teeth. I'm just done. So I'm going to change my clothes. And at the rate I'm going, I'll probably be back to talk to you. Let me show you what I use for a pillow. This purple bag did originally come with my sleeping bag, the winter one that I actually sent home. But I kept the bag and I shoved my winter down puffy coat in there. I've only worn it once in the last few weeks. I've got a pair of leggings in there and a long sleeve shirt that, you know, just in case the weather turns or I need to be a little warm. So I shove all these in there, and that is my pillow. And then it's nylon, so it's not real comfortable when it's hot and sweaty. So what I do is use my buff. Love my hair. Ah! Watch what I do. I'm trying to balance the phone. How cool is that? There it is. That's my pillow. It's still early. It's only, I don't know, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's still light out. But the sun's starting to set. But I have a feeling tonight's going to be a long night because there are acorns falling on my tent. This is the falling downest tent site I've ever heard. I can hear it far away. I can hear it nearby, just dropping outside my tent, and then one just bopped off of my tent and it was loud. So it's going to wake me up all night, and I'm going to be thinking it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. I hope I can sleep tonight. Maybe I need to have that other bottle of wine and some melatonin. I won't mix those. I won't wake up like ever. What I'm doing in the meantime, until I'm tired enough to sleep, or until it's at least dark, is editing videos. I think the date that I'm editing is July date. I'm really trying my best. It's really hard. I can't upload and stuff while I have no Wi-Fi, and sometimes when I do get to hostels, it's just a weak Wi-Fi, so I really do try, and I'm sorry that they're always behind, but I will do my best. My biggest priority is actually hiking and not getting killed by falling acorns. Now it sounds like footsteps. Maybe it's a bear.